The cyber games conspiracy by the Koreans to keep someone over 5 feet and 6 inches tall from taking home gold found Chris destitute and spiritually lost. But his brief introduction to online poker had captured his imagination. Before long, a new Chris was born.
I remember it like it was yesterday. It was 1998. I'd completely stopped playing video games. It's like totally for kids. And I signed up for an online poker account. I remember the first one I ever had was named after my family cat growing up, Mr. Fluffy, you know. I thought it was a really fitting name because Mr. Fluffy was very, very aggressive, and he also had a destructive gambling problem, as did I at the time. So I had a lot of other screen names over the years. Some people watching may know me better as the Pen 15, Sticky Legs, Angry Lover. Actually, a funny story about Angry Lover. Patrick Antonius actually had the name at the same time, so I put angry_lover. A lot of people still get us confused from these times. It's quite flattering for Patrick. Not Ticklish was another one, and there's so many. I mean, I've been multi-accounting for years now.
The first time I met Chris, I couldn't even believe, I felt like the luckiest girl alive that this person actually wanted to talk to me. He's taught me so much about the game, and, you know, I was just a girl trying to get into poker, and I'm just so glad I met him. His eyes are so dreamy, and God.
The first time I played with Chris was in Macau in the 10,000, 20,000 Hong Kong dollar game, and it blew my mind. I would reach for chips, and I'm pretty sure he would just mind control them back into my stack so that I would never be able to bluff him off the best hand.
Anyway, I'd signed for my first poker account, Mr. Fluffy, and I remember I was in the lobby online, and I saw these things called free rolls, and I was like, hello, Christopher, what's this? I registered for one. I remember as clear as day, the first prize was $10, and there was 9,000 unemployed people playing it. Like I said, I registered, took my seat, and then minutes later I was playing my first hand of online poker. Now, fast forward 1 week. I'm sitting in the same position, in the same clothes, in my parents' house in Stockholm, okay? My parents were away on vacation at the time, so I'd survived for the duration on cigarettes and Rice Krispies, no milk. I had a trash can under my desk, which I was pissing into because I didn't want to miss a single hand. That is the dedication that Chris Olaafson had at the beginning, and the dedication he still has.
I met him about 2 years ago. I went to my first poker party. I guess you could say it was a celebrity poker party. He offered me some private lessons, which I jumped on right away. I was a little nervous because he wanted to do them in his suite over at the Bellagio. He thought it would be best if I just got completely naked. He said that it would really bring out my inner poker professional.
I just wish I could be like him. Every day, I wake up and I just realize I'm myself and I'm not Chris, and I'm so sad. He's a god. He's a mentor of all the mentors. Feel like he's his bitch. That's it.
After 7 days, I'd accumulated $20,000 from nothing. In 7 days, I'd won 68 free rolls. And the rest? Well, that's what they say is history.
And history it was, but that, as it appears, is only the very start of the Chris Olaafson story. Chris himself had mentioned to me over some chicken and biscuits that he was now more concentrated on the role of teacher rather than pupil of the game. But wasn't he scared of giving his secrets away?
Chris Olaafson is not afraid to expose himself. I've exposed myself many times before. In fact, I've been arrested for it. Nothing happened. It was settled out of court. But listen, there's a very famous saying in poker by Doyle Brunson. He says, poker is a game that takes a minute to learn and a lifetime to master. Bullshit. There's a new saying in poker. It's by Chris Olaafson. He says, poker is a game that takes a minute to learn, but Chris Olaafson's revolutionary poker training system to master. I think we both know which has the catchier title.
I was playing day one of the World Series, and it was the first time I played a 10K buy-in seat. He leaned down into my ear and really quietly said, "You've got this, girl." Look, I just got goosebumps. To this day, it gets me. I heard those words, and everyone knows what happened after that. I went on to break records in the World Series of Poker main event, taking 17th out of 6,844 players. And he said he didn't want credit for my run, which I thought was the most selfless thing he could have done, which is why I'm only talking about it now. A lot of people don't know the only reason I did what I did was because of Chris. He seems to always be there. I like to think of him like my poker guardian angel that I kind of want to be with, if you know what I mean.
For the past few months, there's been rumors going around on the internet that the greatest player to have ever lived is about to share the secrets of his success with Joe Public. Here today, I want to set the record straight. I want to answer the questions of the poker world directly. To which camera should I? To this one? Okay, Chris, are you launching a revolutionary poker training system this summer? One that will change the world forever. Do you privately coach most of the world's well-known poker players? Will your training site reveal the tips, tricks, and strategies that have made you the most profitable poker player of all time? Will it indulge the public's inferior collective mind and dumb down the extremely complex, hyper-advanced poker strategies that you have garnered from self-analysis over the last decade? Will it teach the world poker concepts and angles that have never been considered before, turning your average player into a focused powerhouse of no-limit Texas Hold'em raw energy? Answer: yes. I don't want to give anything away right now. People will find out soon enough. I want it to be like a Christmas present brought by the tomte. That's Swedish for Christmas elf.